Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about my UI setup. In my last video about UIs in general, I just kind of went over my LUI profile, and then I kind of just gave you guys the import string and showed you how to do the install and all that stuff. But with this video, I'm just going to go ahead and assume that you guys know how to do all that. So what we're going to do with this video is kind of go over my LUI profile again. I've changed a few things, but for the most part, it's still pretty much the same. We're going to kind of go over my my plater profile, and then just kind of go over the list of add-ons that I use. So let's just kind of go ahead and start this off with looking at the add-ons. So I use Angry Keystones. This is really good for Mythic Plus and keeping track of timers. If you're not someone that's doing a lot of Mythic Plus, you probably don't need this. Bigwigs, you always want to get either DBM or Bigwigs, obviously. I use Bigwigs, I've been using it for a couple of years now, and I made the switch over from DBM just because I feel like DBM is a little bit slower to do updates, and ever since I switched over to Bigwigs, I've just been a big fan of it, so that's why I use it. Details, obviously, you want to be able to track your damage, see what other people are doing, things like that. LUI, obviously, and then of course you want to get the LUI Belkin UI update. This is a separate add-on. It's kind of like just like a separate kind of thing that has more features than the normal LUI, which we take advantage of. Handy notes. It's nice to have, to look for treasures and things like that around the world. And then obviously hero rotation. I have everything turned off except warrior. I just do this, it's personal preference. I don't know if this will help make things run faster or not. I just do that. And then I use LFG spam filter. This is nice for when you're trying to look for groups to do. You can kind of block things and you just get rid of all the spam, like those people trying to do advertising and things like that. Little Wigs, it's really good for old dungeons and raids. Method raid tools, this is, my guild uses this. Omni CD, this is really good to help track your party's cooldowns, things like that when you're running Mythic Plus. Platter, obviously, which we'll get into. Pre-made groups filter. This one's actually really cool. I'll kind of show you guys real quick. So go to pre-made, find group, and then right here, this is the add-on, and it can actually filter out stuff. So let's say I just want to look exclusively for guys that are doing freehold. They have Sentama DPS, no more than 2 DPS, and they have to have at least 1 tank and Mythic Plus. Type search, and it just filters it out. This is an awesome add-on. I love this thing so much. But anyways, back to the other ones. Raid Finder. This is, obviously if you're doing Mythic Plus, you definitely want to download this. RC Loot Council. This is just, my guild uses it. I hate it, but we use it. Simcraft. If you're going to be simming your characters, you'll need that. TomTom for waypoints and things like that if I'm trying to find something specifically in the world. And then Weak Auras, World Quest Tracker, and then I'm not using it right now, but I do like to use Zygor's leveling guides. So now that you guys have an idea of what my add-ons that I'm using are, let's go ahead and take a look at the actual Weak Auras that I'm using. So I'm not going to go over every single one of these, but the main ones that I will kind of mention here is the raid ability timeline, this guy right here. This is the one that, seems like a lot of you guys are asking about. This one's really nice because normally when you use DBM or Bigwigs, you'll get some kind of like progress bar anytime there's like a mechanic to be wary of. The raid ability timeline is really nice because it'll, instead of having those things show up here, it'll basically grab all those notifications or warnings for abilities, and it'll display it on this timeline. And I just like it because right here, this is like 5 seconds. So as things kind of show up, you can kind of glance over here while you're fighting, and okay, this ability, 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, and then once it's down here, then they're casting it. So it's just a little bit different of a way to provide, what's going on with the fight. And so yeah, you can get this over on the WoW website. Just type in raid ability timeline. And then this one's nice too. It's just a flavor one, I guess. Your character says eating nom nom when you sit down to eat. And then obviously, the raid ones, and then I've got the Dragonflight dungeons. And then this one here is for warrior specifically. It's nice. Anytime there's an NPC that's casting a spell reflectable ability at you, it'll pop up here and tell you what to spell reflect. Okay, so let's talk about my player profile. So the one I got actually is from a YouTuber called GalaGGTV, and he makes some really awesome content, so I would definitely throw him a sub if you guys go over there and like his videos. But I really liked his player profile because he did a really good job of going through every single mob in all of the Mythic Plus dungeons for Season 2 and color coding them based on, like, dangerous, which ones need to be focused, things like that. Typically, ones that are like a dark blue color are just normal, regular mobs that don't really need to be worried about. But when they're like yellow or red or orange, things like that, those are the ones that you definitely need to be focusing down and interrupting. And I just really like how minimalistic they are and how clean the bars are. And I know a lot of you guys have been asking about that. And I'll of course have links to all of these things in the description of this video. And that's where we'll call it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys got something out of this video and you guys are having fun trying to deck out your UI or, just trying something new for once. Don't forget to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel. And with that, I will see you guys later.